So I'm Kaylee. I'm one of the Travel and Tourism tutors at Shrewsbury Colleges Group. So this presentation is just going to give you a little bit of a feel for whether or not the session is right for you and coming to college to do travel and tourism is right for you. So I'm going to tell
Sorry,
you...
Kaylee, if you just full screen the presentation, it should then take up the whole thing.
It's done it, but it's on go slow. Let's just try. There you go. Is that better?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you.
So the aim of the session, as I said, is just to make sure that this is the right subject for you if you're applying to the course. I'm going to go through some of the course options and also the routes of study available and the different levels that we have as well for travel and tourism. A little bit about the progression, so what you can go on to do afterwards, what you can expect from the course, what we would expect from you, and then obviously any questions at the end. So Level 3 BTEC Travel and Tourism at Shrewsbury Colleges Group. Your timetable is made up of a range of different things. So these are from the travel and tourism lessons itself with either myself or Jane. We also have 1 hour tutorial a week, which everyone at the college does. We do enrichment as part of the course. Work experience, there is enrichment opportunities, again, for within the course, within travel and tourism. We do lots of different trips and visits, obviously permitting where we can go at the moment. And you'll also be doing maths and or English, depending if you achieve them in school. So just starting off with enrichment. So as part of the course, as well as doing your travel and tourism, as I said, you would do enrichment activities. So for instance, these could be things like air cabin crew workshops. We also organise lots of events and different volunteering opportunities. These could be in the college or they could be locally out in the community as well. So just to give you an example, here at the college we have a award-winning restaurant called Origins, which is run by the students, and we've put on loads of different events down there. So it could be putting on a charity fundraiser, or it could be, for instance, like a veterans lunch that we've done for the last 3 years for the Royal British Legion. You would organise it, you would actually conduct it on the day, and they're all things to add to your CV. So you're not just another student with a travel and tourism qualification, you've got far more to add to it as well. As well as doing this, we do volunteering at college and say industrial events as well. So we've had students previously take part in festivals. So the one in Shrewsbury we've got, it's called Shropshire Festivals, and they do loads of different events. So in the quarry in Shrewsbury, and we've had students take part in those too. We also have sporting activities at the college, ranging from archery to running clubs, yoga, and spinning classes you can take part in as well. Work experience is a compulsory part of the course, so we do 40 hours in your first year of the course. The 40 hours can be in any travel and tourism related industry, so this could be something like a travel agent, a tourist attraction, different events or venues, and travel and transport providers and accommodation. You can either do it by doing it like a day placement. So say you're in college Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you might do it like every Thursday for so many weeks until you've done your 40 hours. Or if not, we usually allocate a couple of weeks in March for you to be able to do it all in one go. Previously, students that have done their work experience have done really, really well, and the employers have kept them on as part-time jobs or even full-time jobs afterwards as well. So we've had students gain employment at places like Opulent Travel, which is a travel agency in Shrewsbury, also Shropshire Festivals, Bettis Hall, which is in Mid Wales, the Castle Hotel in Bishop's Castle, and also at the NCS Sport and Coaching programmes as well. So as I said, this course is for 16 to 18-year-olds, and the study programme is made up of the vocational qualification, which is travel and tourism. As I said, your maths and English, work experience and enrichment as well. So as you probably heard many times during any kind of college staff for any subject, maths and English is the most important thing. If you don't achieve 4 or above, then unfortunately you have to continue it at college. We obviously thrive that we make sure that you can get that as much as we can, and it would be added onto your timetable while you're here as well. So an amazing part of doing travel and tourism is that we go on loads of trips. So as you can imagine, loads of other subjects get very jealous that we are always out and about usually. We do lots of different day trips as well as overseas visits too. Some of the day trips we go on include Chester Zoo, we go to London, Birmingham, Sea Life Centres, we go up to the Shropshire Hills, the Telford International Centre, we've been to Shrewsbury Prison, National Trust locations, Manchester for the Christmas markets and the museums, and also Bliss Hill in Ironbridge as well. Part of our overseas trips include Erasmus, which is an EU-funded project. So we get it completely fully funded, so it doesn't cost the students a penny, and we do a 2-week work experience placement. Previous years have gone to Athens, and last year we also did Seville as well in Spain. We do an Italian exchange, so we have done it for the last 11 years with a college in Italy, and they come here for a week in March normally, and we go there for a week in May. During that time, you get to live with the family and they will live with you here. You get to learn about all sorts of things, their culture, their language, their food. And while we're out there as well, we normally go on day trips to like Venice, Milan, Verona, and we stay just off Lake Garda in the north of Italy. So it's absolutely beautiful. We quite often do a Disneyland Paris trip as well. So usually most years we do this. So we get to go to Paris and Disneyland for several days. And then we also do a unit in year 2, which is called residential. And this is where you get to plan your own overseas trip for year 2. Previously, students have gone to places like Krakow, we went last year, Budapest, Prague, Barcelona, and lots of different European cities. So we do 2 different levels at the course. We do a level 3 foundation diploma, which is 1 year, and then we also do an extended diploma, which is over the 2 years. We only do level 3 in travel and tourism here. We don't do any lower levels. Therefore, you've got to make sure that you've got the entry requirements to get onto it, and they include 4 GCSEs at a C or above, preferably including maths and English as well. We do a combination of internal and external units on the course. So some things are marked by myself and Jane here. Some things are online exams and assessment. As I said before, it's compulsory to do maths and English alongside these if you haven't already achieved them. And some of the areas you can progress into is apprenticeships, employment, or also gain your UCAS points to go to university as well. So, as I said, assessments can be in terms of coursework. So you have a folder and you build up a portfolio full of different things that you've done in class and also outside of class as well. These are things like reports, we've done projects, practical demonstrations. So it might be like a welcome meeting for a holiday rep, creating like health and safety booklets, doing business letters, audio recordings, creating displays on maybe destinations or certain businesses, infomercials, and then we do some small little tests and exams. There's up to 4 modules that can be externally assessed. So these are the ones that are online that BTEC would actually assess and mark, and then you get your grades through as well. We've got strict submission deadlines in travel and tourism, so we have to follow the BTEC rules, and that means that things have got to be handed in on time. And the grading criteria is the minimum you can get is a pass, merit and distinction. And we're really proud in travel and tourism that we have had so many students that get distinctions well above their target grade every year, and they've gone on to some great destinations. So here's a bit of a schedule of kind of the units that you would cover. So in year 1, we've got the world of travel and tourism. So it's all about what is travel and tourism in the industry. We do global destinations, principles of marketing, managing the customer experience. So all about how to give good customer service in different areas within travel and tourism. We do travel and tourism enterprises, so it's a bit like business studies that you may have done at school, but it's with a travel and tourism focus. We do visitor attractions, so everything from like Chester Zoo, Alton Towers, Shrewsbury Prison, and so on. And we do events, conferences and exhibitions. And then in your second year, if you're doing the full extended diploma, you would also do the airport experience, working overseas, the cruise industry, researching current issues in travel and tourism, managing accommodation and the UK tourist destinations as well. So here at the college, we have lots of different support. So as well as myself and Jane as the tutors, you can also go to other departments in the college. So we have what we call the agency. And the agency there is to help you with the additional things such as learning support, transport information, bursaries, financial help, wellbeing services. And they also help with things like setting up the work experience that we do, a job shop. So if you're looking for employment, they can help with that. And also with our UCAS applications, if that's what you'd like to do when you finish the course. We also have what we call a progression specialist here at Shrewsbury College. So it's a bit like a TA who can help you. They're not in class all the time, but they're just your go-to person if you need some extra support or assistance. So as part of the course, we ask students to wear a uniform. You can slightly just see I've got one on here, so it's like a neckerchief. And we ask students to wear, if they're female, we ask them to wear a black dress. We also ask females if they don't want to wear a dress. It's kind of quite diverse now in the industry that you could opt to wear like black trousers or a black shirt like I am. and we get these red neckerchiefs as well. You're not required to wear it every day to college, but we do ask that once a week the group would wear it. It just makes you more confident, you present far more better, and it just kind of gives you the kind of standards that would be expected within the industry as well. For the guys, we expect you to wear a suit with a tie as well. Uniforms you get yourself. So some people have gone to Primark and spent £10 on a dress. Other people have gone to Next and spent £60. It's completely up to you where you get it from, as long as it's kind of professional looking. We also have textbooks you can access online for all of our information and our resources, but you do have to get your own writing materials and storage files when you come to college. We try and keep the day trips to a limited £10 to £15 per person. And obviously when we're out and about, you can take spending money if you want to get stuff, or bring your own lunch normally. Longer visits, so the ones overseas, can range anywhere from £120 to £200, depending on obviously the destination and the duration of how long we're going. And as I mentioned before, we've got the Erasmus project, which is fully funded, so it doesn't cost you a penny. Here's just some pictures of past students. So we've got top left there is the girls in one of their events t-shirts that they had when they were helping out at a festival in blue. As you can see, they look really, really smart. Some of the girls have got the red neckerchiefs. Others times they've opted not to have them. It's completely up to you, but we do expect you to have some sort of professional dress ready to wear. And the bottom right picture is us in Origins. So this is when we put on an event. So we've got the chefs in the college who cooked all the dinner, created the menus and stuff like that. And my travel and tourism students put on all the decorating of the classroom. We organise the service, entertainment and fundraising as well. So what we kind of expect from you if you come on the course is that you have at least 90% attendance. This is a key to success in the course. And again, we'll work really hard to make sure that when you're here, you're learning far more about just what's in the unit, but also having all these extra things like the volunteering and the work experience. So you've got stuff to put on your CV. Whether or not that's to go to university or if you're looking for employment, we've got to have good attendance. And again, we always say punctuality is part of that. If you were working in travel and tourism as air cabin crew and you rock up 20 minutes late, that plane's gone and you'll be fired. So it is an integral part of travel and tourism. A lot of the transport elements are to timekeeping, and you've got to kind of demonstrate that here at college too. Punctuality, as I said, we've got respect for others, willingness to work hard. As I said, we've got so many students that have gone on to some amazing destinations because they've worked hard when they're here at college with us. And it's that willingness to do it while you're here. Participation is obviously a massive part of it, and believing that you can achieve. You know, we've got some great success stories, and hopefully you can be the ones of the future for us too. So after you finish the course here at Shrewsbury College, you could go on to do things like higher education at the college here that we do as well. But it also is very popular for a lot of our students this year have gone to Chester University and Liverpool as well. And that's to do courses such as tourism management, ecotourism, adventure tourism, hospitality management, events management, businesses, or even languages we've had students go and do as well. Some of the career opportunities. So if you wanted to go into employment after the course, we've had lots of students go to many of these different companies. Many people just think doing travel and tourism means you would just be a trolley dolly, as they say, or being a holiday rep, but there's far more to that. There's hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of different career opportunities. So some of these there we've got is like cabin crew for British Airways, being a holiday rep for Jet2, working for a tour operator like TUI, being a attraction guide at Alton Towers, travel consultant, so like at Peaks Travel Elite, the travel agency, working for cruise operators like P&O, entertainment at Haven, it could be hotel or managers at like Premier Inn. We've got tourism marketers like Blueprint Travel Media, who are based in Shrewsbury, and then event planners like Shropshire Festivals as well. So some of our destinations that students have gone on to go is we've got currently students, 2 of them who are working at British Airways. We've also got a student who is one of the managers of front of house at the Royal Oak Hotel in Welshpool. We've got events assistants at the Holiday Inn, hospitality team members at Love to Stay, which is a luxury glamping site just up the road from the college here in town. And also management programs at the Whitbread Group, who are the hospitality kind of pubs and bars that are attached to the Premier Inn as well. Another student of ours went on to do an apprenticeship, so the Castle Hotel in Bishop's Castle. They put that on for her, and she's working her way up now to become the hotel manager. And also, as I mentioned, university. So we've got Chester and Liverpool were our most popular ones. We did have a student a couple of years ago who came to college with not the best GCSEs, so he did have to study maths and English while he was here, and he worked on a college ready programme. He did 1 year on that, and then he was ready to come onto our level 3 in travel and tourism. From then he did amazing, and he got his way right the way up to do aviation management at Nottingham University. So it was a great success story for us, from someone who had a couple of GCSEs.